Yeah, I'm back, unfortunately. Why do I be taking a hiatus? I don't know. I don't really care, but I'll apologize at least because I know I was supposed to be trying to upload something, I guess weekly, or at least every other week for sure. So I guess I gotta lock in. We won't wait till I guess New Year's to fix that when we can do that now. But I mean, today we got a Q&A, and I know there's some things I already do want to speak on, like, you know, like as I'm loving the direction that the science-based community is coming right now. The cope-based lifting is coming around. I don't know. Anything else? I don't know. But I mean, today we got like a full body day. So, sort of. Full body day, let's lock in. Oh, the darn Schizo Reps. That too, because those are so ridiculous. So it's not that they don't work. But dude, if you know how to do a warm-up set, you'll get the exact same result instead of coming here looking stupid. And also, I mean, it doesn't work the way some of y'all think it's working, but literally do a warm-up set. You can do an explosive warm-up set and be perfectly fine. So like this I was being pretty explosive through it. So either way, it's not that deep. I just, if y'all knew how to do warm-up sets, y'all wouldn't be having that much of a difference with doing Schizo Reps versus not doing them. You just don't know how to do a warm-up set. This may be a stretch. 4 plates. I think last working set I've done here was like a plate, 25, and a 10. So this may be a stretch. But hey, it's worth a shot. It's the first set. Who cares? Actually, it's too late now. I could have saw what the 25 and the 10 look like, but no big deal. So, but let's answer a question or two before we get this working set. Woo! All right, let's scroll to the bottom because I usually post these the night prior to coming in here. So, first question: do I have a degree? No, I dropped out of college, so no. What are you trying to progress right now, lifting-wise? I mean, I don't know, everything. I mean, you come here to try to progress whatever you're doing, so I'm not sure what answer you're expecting with that one. Thank you for the coaching, Unc. The 3-month mark is around the corner, so just wanted to say thank you. Of course, Salvador, of course. I'm glad I was able to help, brother. I'm glad I was able to help. Am I still playing Rivals? No, not right now. Rivals, I mean, I've heard about all the updates and stuff, like the mag buffs. Well, pretty much everyone has a freaking buff right now. I don't know, who knows? I could make a return, but I don't know. Rivals was such a stressful time. Getting rid of Rivals was probably much needed, but I don't know, we'll see. Oof. Oof. Yeah, no, we'll leave it. We'll leave it at 2 reps because that third one was going to be stupid hard. Yeah, that third one was going to be stupid hard. So we'll drop down to the 25 and the 10. Oh, so yeah. Yeah, if y'all learn how to not fight for really, really hard reps, you might start noticing a difference with following sets in the same exercise and even in other exercises. You know what I'm saying? What did I just say? Following sets in the same exercise and in other exercises, yeah. Like I said, I'm already lifting in a relatively heavy rep range here. Dude, why the heck am I gonna fight for that 3rd rep? That's gonna be quite fatiguing. Really hard and quite fatiguing. Save it, I can lower the weight, do another set. Cool, not that deep. The thing is, it's like, you guys are so worried about training to failure and like, oh, failure, you see the like, bro, you're doing more than 1 set. That's what a lot of you don't understand. You're doing more than 1 set, bro. So you can like, if you're doing like 2 sets, probably just take both of those sets with 1 rep in reserve, bro. Easy. You're not gonna see a difference if you do both sets to failure versus both sets to 1 rep in reserve. Only difference that you'll see is the fatigue difference. Hypertrophy wise, no difference. So learn how to save y'all's energy, bro. So, yeah, I hate that. Yeah. I wanted to start with this, but the coke-based lifting, science-based lifting, whatever you want to call it, niche. I don't want to say I told y'all so, but I mean, you know, like, bro. Like, the reason why I just never really, I stopped entertaining, and it's like, okay, majority of these people are young. They'll eventually understand. They'll eventually learn. And it's like, yeah, of course you're going to see growth because you're young. You're going to see majority of your gains in the new stages anyway. Same with like me or any other person that started training when they were younger or whatever, with like their earlier years. Like I said, I used to think everything I was doing mattered. Like, for us, it was do more. Like, oh, hey, I need another bicep curl, or I need another chest exercise, or I need another quad exercise. Like, it was always do more. And then it would get into where, hey, we would eventually need a deload, but it's like, it's not that deep. Like, the only issue with the deload is that you're not, like, it's depending how you do your deload, let's imagine. Like, I've heard Dr. Mike say, oh, take a whole month off, that's dumb. But let's say, like, maybe you take a week off. You're not building muscle during that time. Like, if you're not training, that is not a period of you building muscle. So you're basically saying, oh, hey, I can sit on the couch and build muscle, that's dumb, right? That's gonna also bring me into the protein thing I wanted to talk about too. I'm gonna talk about this protein stuff and then other macros as well. So like, let's imagine if your deload just, I don't know, maybe consisted of you just lifting a little lighter. Can that build muscle for you or not? Depends. How close are you to failure with this stuff? So like how you do the deload, yeah. But just because you train with higher volumes doesn't mean you're not gonna build muscle. I think that's what people are like misconstruing with stuff I say. When I say you don't need a deload, yeah, you're not gonna need a deload if you're not done with your training. But if you need a deload period, that period that you're just doing less, I mean, that's, like, come on, be real. Let's be for real. Depending how you do it, it's like you're just going backwards. So a deload period is literally you going backwards. Let's put it like that. So like I said, for us, I mean, like I said, back when I used to do a bunch of stuff, yeah, I mean, we build muscle because we are training hard and doing it consistently. You're building muscle now because you're training hard and doing things consistently. So a lot of this stuff was never that deep. You know? So let me do this set. We'll talk about the protein, and I'll get to the Q&As. My bad. This was just on my mind, so my fault. Another rep would have been really hard. Not worth fighting. It's cool. Moving on. So we're gonna do an upper back row over here. Now, I was gonna talk about the protein. Like I said, majority of stuff is not that deep, and it's like people just blatantly miss over a lot of stuff, right? The reason you build muscle is because you strength train. I don't understand how this goes over people's head. Because regardless of the protein intake, whether you're below recommendations or far beyond the recommendations, you're not gonna build muscle or maintain muscle if you don't strength train. The studies that people cite literally say, like the meta-analysis, matter of fact, I can literally go find it. Because I'm literally arguing with people that are talking about the meta-analysis showing about, oh, but protein shows if you increase. I'm like, dude, let's look at the studies that are comparing this recommendation and above the recommendation, and in those studies there shows no difference. I'm not understanding the disconnect. The only times we see the difference is when we're comparing these stupid high amounts versus these stupid low amounts. But when we bring it in the middle, we're not seeing a difference from here beyond. And the reason why is because we strength train. Literally in the meta-analysis that everyone keeps referencing, here it is. Indeed, a robust resistance training stimulus is likely more important for retaining fat-free mass during any energy restriction than dietary protein. It's in the stuff that people are citing. It's right there. Yeah, well, the editor is going to show it's right there. Resistance training. So I'm not going to go any further into that. Like I said, the reason why you are able to retain muscle mass or build muscle mass is because of strength training, not the protein intake. Because if you remove strength training, you're cooked. You're not retaining anything. So like I said, the atrophy stuff, y'all also take the atrophy stuff too far with, oh no, I'm not doing the same exercise order. Or oh no, I'm not. Like, dude, strength train. And strive to somehow progress. Try to progress. Outside of that, you have nothing to worry about. You guys worry about too much. Like, I've been there and done that. Dude. And like I said, I'm glad I'm at a point where I am now to where I can sort of help you guys out. Like, dude, a lot of stuff is not that deep. The protein was not that deep. Carbohydrates is going to be your priority. Okay, focus on your. I'm not going to give you an exact number because that can kind of vary based off of a lot of lifestyle factors. So you got to include strength training. You got to include, like, let's say what your job is like. If you have a very physical job, I mean, if you have a physical job, you're going to be a lot more different than me. Dude, I stay home and do nothing, and then come to the gym and then go back home and do nothing, right? Versus someone that might have a construction job or something. Or like, let's say you might have school stress, job stress, like you just might have stress in your life. Like, these are lifestyle factors that can play a role with fatigue, okay? So it's a lot of that is going to vary. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself, what you're doing with the carbohydrates. But then the fats just fall in. You can have them low, having them high might not be the best idea, because if you want to look to keep the calories restricted, fats can just fall in. You don't have to worry about the hormonal stuff. You'll find where fats is good to have. Other than that, dude, protein is not that deep. Resistance train, find ways to progress. Carbohydrates are going to be your bigger issue. Simple. Let's see. So hopefully that kind of helps. 'Cause, I don't get the people that are trying to argue with me. Are y'all even reading anything? The people that are arguing aren't reading. And it's literally in everything that y'all are citing, how the recommendations that I've given, showing beyond that, we're not seeing any differences. The only differences are when we're comparing really low to really high. That's it. And then either way, strength training reduces majority of the differences. Well, that's stupid light. Let's get to the Q&A. Let me actually go back to the Schizo Reps thing. Like I said, if you don't want to look dumb in the gym doing like fake reps with no weight, like I said, if you're supersetting things and you haven't done a given exercise past a certain period, I typically do warm-up sets where they're pretty explosive. Like, majority of my warm-up sets are pretty explosive. But like the calf raises, I was supersetting calf raises with my shoulder press. And I went past 5 minutes since the last, set that I did. Excuse me. And then all I did was, a warm-up set that wasn't crazy heavy, but respectable. I did 1 or 2 explosive reps with it, waited for a bit, and then I did my working set with the calf raises. Since, like I said, it was a while since I did the last set with the calf raises. Simple. That would make more sense and just look better than, I don't know. Like I said, y'all are doing the fake reps with no load. If you want to do that, feel free. Like I said, I don't care. It's just the way that y'all are communicating to people. Dude, you can do an explosive warm-up set with load. Pretty simple. All right, anyways, let's see. Shawarma or birria tacos? Dang. Give me a shawarma, sorry. That's rough. Declan recently made a post about repeating exercises in a split. Would like to hear your thoughts. I don't care. Let's see. Any big goals for the near future? Continue to get closer with God, get a wife, make a family. Maybe open a gym, I don't know. Let me see. You said near future, so yeah. Nearest future would probably be a wife and a family within the next, 3 to 5 years. But other than that, continue to, grow social media. Of course, continue to get to where I am. I want to be able to supply for a family by myself. Not to say that my wife can't work. Dude, bring more bread to the family. Who's mad about that? But I want to be able to supply for the family on my own. As a man, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like as a man, that's something you should want to be able to do. But again, I'm not gonna hate on my wife for making money. Man, if she's making money, man, let's have the money. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's see. Do you see training chest for stretch-mediated hypertrophy useful? The stretch-mediated hypertrophy thing, you guys have to understand, once you get to a certain range of motion and you're not increasing the range of motion, there's no more stretch-mediated hypertrophy. Literally, the stretch, it's just you getting more flexible. Let's put it like that. I've talked about this numerous times, and I have flexibility posts that you can find, okay? If you are improving range of motion, so let's imagine, you're talking about chest. If this is as far back as you can go with your chest, if you look to increase that range of motion, yes, we can call that stretch-mediated. But if you're still here, that's not stretch-mediated hypertrophy. You're not improving the flexibility there. So yeah, stretch-mediated hypertrophy. Let's literally just say it. You're increasing. My fault. Okay. Juan, we talked a while ago about the traps, and I said how they would be better off in the shortened position back. This was a year ago, I think. My apologies. My apologies. I've been meaning to come back about that. Yes, traps pretty good. Start of the range of motion. So like I'm here at this machine. I have it set on 4. So it's like, and it's set on 4. So it's like middle to end. So I don't have it crazy hard where I have to start. So it doesn't get harder until when I'm around like here. And that's perfect because that's around when I'm starting to actually retract my scapula. So that's great. That's great. I need to add some load on here. Yeah, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. This might be a long video. I don't know because I'm yapping. I know I'm yapping. Behind the neck press. Yes, those are fine. If it bothers you, that just means you're weak in that range of motion. Look to improve that given range somehow. I'm not going to go into that because I've gone over this stuff, or you can figure it out. Do you coach people who become? Yes, I do coach people that want to become coaches. I have lifestyle clients that all of a sudden want to become coaches. You know. So yes, I do train people for that. Have you seen Jonathan Warren's videos talking about your form? Yeah, I don't. If he's still going, whatever. But I seen the one that y'all mentioned, I think in like March or April. And like I said, I don't take none of that serious because he said that I hurt my knee because the way I squatted, which was dumb. The way I squatted on a hack squat was the reason that I hurt my knee because he said something about my hips and yada yada yada. Dude, I hurt my knee because I was doing a squat pattern. There was a squat pattern that I did years ago that I had too much load on. And I ended up in a range of motion where I was weak, and literally almost about tore my knee up pretty bad. That was the cause of my knee issues, not because of my form. It was because I loaded unnecessarily heavy, ego lifting. So no, I don't take nothing he's saying serious. Difference between training group and the one-on-one coaching. The training groups, I have a split for you guys. I have an upper lower right now and a full body. You can join, you can ask questions in regard to strength training. I don't do video critiques because I can't have too many people in there just doing video critiques. And I also do video critiques for my one-on-one clients. So that wouldn't be fair. So the training groups would be, hey, I have a split for you. Hey, if you got questions in regard to training, dude, that's great. But if you want one-on-one coaching, like I have training only. I have some people that are in my training groups that are doing like the one-on-one training only to where I can critique their form. You can do that. That's great. Like I have people that I'm coaching one-on-one that are in my training groups. You can do that. Other than that, that's about the difference. If you're talking about training, but like I do have a full package where I do nutrition as well. Let's see. How to be more grateful in life. Focus on the more positive things in your life. A lot of the times, a lot of you are focusing on a lot of negatives. Y'all point out a lot of negatives. Start being more positive. Start being more grateful for the positive things that are in your life. You live to see another day. If you have your mother, you have your dad, be grateful for your parents. If you have friends that you talk to, be grateful for your friends. Like, be grateful for the relationships that you have. Let's imagine, like, I see a lot of you say that I inspire you guys and everything. You can be grateful for me. You can be grateful for people that are in your life that are inspiring you or, like, looking to, or people that are, like, I don't know, I guess helping you strive to be better, okay? But find things to be positive about. Y'all don't ever see me being negative for real. Y'all don't. And the times that y'all claim that I'm being negative, it's probably me being sarcastic or trolling someone in a comment section or something. Other than that, I don't know. I think people misconstrue a lot of stuff that I say and stuff. So, but focus on being positive, bro. Okay, I kind of don't like how that felt. And plus, this side is moving more than that side. So it didn't feel good. It might have looked good, but I don't know. I feel like I've had better sets of rows. Can it be one and done here? I'll do another set, but I won't record it. So I've gone over like your lat rows versus like trap rows. If you're looking for more traps, have the upper arm higher. Simple, okay? The higher the upper arm gets here, the less the lats will contribute to that row, okay? The closer that the arm is to the torso, or closer to your hip, you can expect the lats to do more in your row. Okay, so like I'm here, arm is a bit more abducted. I'm wanting more traps, of course, because I might do a pull down today, may or may not. If I don't, who cares? I'll do a lat movement on Wednesday, because today's Monday. Not that deep to me, okay? Like I said, y'all take the atrophy stuff way too far. Y'all think y'all have to train the same fibers. Ah, man, bro. Like I said, y'all are taking a lot of this stuff too far, dude. And like I said, if that's what I wanted to talk about. I know y'all are so hard on splits and everything. Upper lower's best, full body's best. Like I said, we're starting to get out of that cope now. I'm grateful for that. But I used to hate all that arguing about splits because it was never that deep. If you understand how to manage fatigue, it almost doesn't matter what split you're doing. Just look to at least train something twice a week, at least. 2 or 3 times a week, great. Like, so when y'all used to say push-pull legs was a bad split, I was never in that argument. I was never in, like I said, you cannot find me saying push-pull legs is a bad split, right? And if you want to train 5-6 days out of the week, that's fine. Like, I have a client, he came to me, he was like, hey coach, I like being in the gym. So is there a way that we can, I want to train like 6 days a week? I was like, yeah, sure, dude, fine. Dude, we're doing the push-pull legs. The only thing is we're just managing his volume to where, yes, he's in there every day, but dude, he's not gonna have any issues with his training just because he's training 6 straight days. Like, y'all take the atrophy stuff so far, and then it's like, even then it's like, hey, if you train something every 4 days, it's not that deep. You're not gonna lose muscle. If you train something every 5, it's not that deep. Like this time, like I said, I'll skip stuff to where I end up training something 4 days, 5 days apart. Heck, I've stretched some stuff to a week. You're not gonna lose muscle, bro. Y'all aren't immobilized, okay? Y'all are not immobilized. So relax on the atrophy stuff. If you're training things at least twice a week, or even let's say at least every 4 or 5 days, dude, you're fine. Relax, okay? Relax. Like I said, I am grateful that cope-based lifting is going downhill. It's going downhill, okay? Because people built great physiques doing push-pull legs. You'll see people that built great physiques training once a week. So that would mean if you're training things 2 or 3 times a week, like, come on. Like I said, a lot of stuff people tried to make deeper than it was, okay? And I'm grateful that people are starting to see that a lot of stuff was never that deep, all right? Would you love me if I was a worm? I mean, I don't even know you, sorry. So, what is your why? Why do you consistently train and post? Well, I mean, why do I consistently train? I mean, no different than why anyone else continues to train. Like, yeah, I don't know, you don't want to get smaller. So I don't want to sit there and just not train anymore and all of a sudden get really small. And then why do I continue to post? Well, I'm helping thousands of people, so that's cool. That's cool. I've grown a lot over this past year with my social media, and it's cool seeing the amount of DMs and comments that I get about helping people, so yeah. And I'm here to be a blessing. Like my mother, some of you may follow my mother or see some of her content, and she taught me a lot about being a blessing in other people's lives. And I find that with the content that I'm doing, dude, I'm a blessing. And I'm grateful for it. This is something that I've become grateful for, even though, like I said, dude, genuinely, the social media thing, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of creating content, but I am grateful for it. It doesn't change the fact that I'm grateful, and then I'm here still because I am blessing other people, and so that just because I'm still here doesn't mean I enjoy it that much. But I have embraced it. I will say I've embraced it. I'm looking to find more positive things that I can enjoy about it, at least. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do lats today. Who cares? I'll do it Wednesday. Well, I'll do left today. I mean, I could do triceps, but I probably won't. I'll do these bicep curls. I'm gonna do adductions, and I'll finish with squats. I did do hamstrings Friday, so I don't have to do them today. I can just do them Wednesday. Yeah, and say we'll go based off how we feel, not that deep. But like I said, for sure, I'll probably pick any of the leg stuff though. All right, let's see. Is it bad to keep my knees completely locked straight while doing stiff legs? Okay, you don't have to have them locked, okay? Probably not the best idea to lock them, but they can be straight, okay? And based off how the flexibility of your hand, like if your hamstrings, if you're pretty stiff, you probably can't do stiff leg deadlifts with a straight leg. Like I can do them with a straight leg, but my knees aren't locked, okay? If you have to bend your knees slightly, that is okay. All right, but still the goal would be not to bend them as you flex at the hip. So like, let's imagine if I do have to have a little bit of a bend, it's fine, so what? But don't keep bending them as you flex at the hip. Okay, let's put it like that. So no, it's not bad. It's not bad to have them straight. I wouldn't lock them, But if you are someone that has to have them bent a bit, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up on the questions because majority of my video I was talking about things that didn't have to do with these questions. But all right, what is your pre and post workout meals? I mean, usually a pre-workout meal will just be some type of carbohydrate. I could do 2 Rice Krispie treats, or I'll typically do my cluster dextrin. Sorry that it's sold out. We're getting that in for y'all, but some type of carb. So you can have a carb supplement, like a Gatorade can work. You can literally do like 30 to 50 grams of Gatorade about 30 to an hour before training, right? Okay, I've gone over dang, what's this thing called? The oxidation rates. I've gone over oxidation rates with carbohydrates. Okay, it'll take roughly, it'll be about 1 gram to 1.5 grams per minute. All right, so like I said, I've gone over this before, but it would make no sense for you to do like 100 grams of intra workout. And like I said, you guys may see me with intra, but that's not for my training. I make sure I take care of my carbs prior to training. I just have flavored water for training. Let's put it like for my training, I have flavored water. If you're doing strength training, there's nothing that you're in here doing that requires the carbohydrates that bad. Like honestly, if we're strength training, it's not like we're doing a bunch of running around and stuff. That's different. Like if you're doing CrossFit or all that other stuff, completely different. Strength training, dude, we're all these rest periods and everything, dude, you're fine, okay? So take care of your carbs prior to training. And that can be done throughout the day. And I mean, depending time of day you train, like if you train in the morning, have your carbs taken care of the night prior. It can be like the meal or 2 prior. And then in the morning, like I said, something as simple as a Gatorade can work. About 30 minutes prior, drink that. If you're training at the end of the day, then you take care of the meals prior throughout the day, you're gonna be fine. Easy. All right, so dumbbell preacher curls, I know y'all call them Monday curls. I find it pretty, make this easy. I usually have the dumbbell top of my palm, okay? Top of my palm. 65 is pretty smooth. I might be able to curl 80s again. Let's see. All right, lock in. Got 80s here, guys. Whoops. Nah, that wouldn't have got up. Plus, that would have been a dumb long fight anyway. So, 2 is not bad. 2 is not bad. I can take 2. The best I've done here is 3 with the left arm. Best I've done was 3, and I haven't been able to do 80s for like it's been a few months. And I said I've been skipping curls and stuff, dude. So we're locking back in with curls, I guess. Screw biceps. Nobody needs biceps for real. But I might strive to get a PR here someday. Oh, I also did the 30. I also did these 80s for 3 at the beginning of my session when I did them. So can today's order play a role? Maybe, maybe not. But it's on either way. It's only a rep. It's not that deep. Now this one might have had 4. I could have did 4 with this arm, but dang, poor left arm. Are we gonna do another set? No, because again, who cares about biceps? They're like useless. So moving on. We're gonna do adductions. I did my warm-up sets already, so I'll yap for a bit before we do the working set. And I'm gonna finish with squats. I'm gonna do squats and call it a day. How are you doing in general? I'm sure they have, but just in case no one asks in a minute, I'm doing great. I'm blessed, highly favored. I have nothing to complain about. Like I said, dude, if you find ways to be positive in life, you're gonna be far better off. And plus, I have nothing to complain about anyway, dude. So, blessed, highly favored. How does one achieve this level of not giving a darn? Dude, it's the internet. It's the internet. So like a lot of the times people say something to me in a comment section or in the DM, 99% of these people won't say none of that stuff to my face. And then you got some people that try to rage bait. And it's just like, it's the internet, bro. It's no need to stress over none of this stuff. Like I said, even if there is someone that genuinely hates me, who cares? I don't even know you. I don't even know you. So there's no point in me worrying about the amount of people that hate me. There's a lot of people that love me, right? It's like, I give an example, like, bro, Jesus was persecuted, bro. Like, this is actually this is great right here. If you think about it, Jesus was offensive, right? And I'll also go into saying, if you're in a church that doesn't offend you, you're probably in the wrong church. So there's people that'll be like, oh, I tried church didn't work for me, or yada yada, or like, oh, this pastor, this is like, church doesn't work for me. Okay. Well, for one, Jesus has mentioned that there will be false prophets and teachers. There is a lot of false prophets and teachers. There are a lot of churches that, I mean, he already said it. This kind of gets me into like my content. Like, dude, if my content doesn't offend you, maybe you shouldn't be here. If my content does offend you, and you actually take it the right way, you're in the right spot. But if you're actually offended and then you go out of your way to hate me and all that kind of stuff, that's on you. That's on you. So I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing to people, dude. I'm not here to sell bogus stuff to people, dude. I'm here to tell you all the truth. You can either accept it or leave it. Same thing Jesus did. Jesus was telling the truth. People either accepted it or believed it. Oh well. So that's that. So yes, my content is offensive. It's pretty offensive. I'm pretty straightforward. I tell things like it is. People just take it the wrong way, I guess, but not that deep to me. Let's see. Do you take melatonin? No. If you do, would you say it'd be dangerous to become dependent? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't depend on a sleeping supplement. I would find ways to improve my sleep by like creating a routine or something. Just lowering stress levels. Finding a way to lower stress, but I mean, it's not, I can't say it's wrong to depend on melatonin, I guess, or any other sleep supplement, but I wouldn't be overly dependent on it. Let's see. All love, man. Currently my favorite science-based lifting content creator. Real. Lat pull down machine or cable lat pull down. That's a lat pull down, dude. Who cares? Do you plan on traveling overseas in the near future? Probably. Like I said, I prefer to travel whenever I get a wife or something, to where I don't got to do some of those same travels again, but we'll see. We'll see. I might make some stops next year. I don't know. Let's do this working set and move on. I think I can call it with one set here, honestly. I might do two, but we'll leave it at one. That's cool. Because I'm probably going to do 2 sets of squats, and that's going to be rough, so let's go lock in. All right, I already did my warm-up sets for here. Well, I'm going to do one more, but currently this is 4 plates. I'm going to do a yap real quick. My favorite Mortal Kombat, MKX. And my main was Jackie Briggs, so yeah. I'd cook any of y'all on there. Well, I would have to get in the lab. It's been a while. Right now I'm playing more MK1. MK10 or MK11, don't even ask me to play MK11. That one sucked. MK11 sucked. So if you want to run MK1 or anything, man, just send the invite. Send the invite. So, or how hard was it for you to explain cues to your clients when starting? I mean, it's going to be hard when you don't know what you're doing. But over time you learn. I also had I guess you could say a mentor that was there for me to help me show certain stuff. And over time, the more you practice stuff, the more you do stuff yourself, you start understanding more. So for me now, like, it's pretty easy. So just like anything, usually when you start, it'll be harder. The more you work at it, the more you practice it and stuff, you'll get better. So let's see. I see you at Rivals, I see you at Species. Well, speak. If y'all ever see me, bro, y'all can speak. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can speak. Important question, waffles or pancakes? Dang. I plead the fifth. I don't know how to answer that one. I don't know. But I might lean towards pancakes. That's rough. We'll put a 25 on though. I'll yap for a little bit longer here before I do the working set. Sub-Zero or Scorpion? Neither. I don't like either of them. If you use Sub-Zero or Scorpion, you're a casual. Not to say that you can't be good with any of them. I just never used a Scorpion or Sub-Zero in any Mortal Kombat game. It's just so generic. You provide so much free info that I don't know what to ask for that wouldn't require one-on-one coaching. Yeah. But sometimes people need someone to watch over them, the stuff that they're doing, so. Do Kelso shrugs work the rhomboids? Google can help y'all a lot, bro. If y'all learn muscle actions, y'all wouldn't even have to ask questions like this, so do some homework there. I'm gonna allow you to do some homework, bro. Would you get tattoos even if biblical? Probably not. And I'm not gonna be the one to say that getting a tattoo is a sin, but I just personally, I don't think I actually would want a tattoo, so, yeah. Let me scroll near the top somewhere or something. What do you think of Baccarat Rouge? Possibly overrated. I have it though, but it's a great scent. It's a great scent, I guess, but possibly overrated. Ugg is in a genuine flow state, been since 2024. Real? OG, you sound like an OG. Were you raised as a Christian or did you find God on your own? I was raised as a Christian, yes. But I will say, I didn't live like a Christian my entire life. Yeah, my dad's an apostle, mother is a pastor, so yeah, I grew up in the church, but I can't act like I just lived that great of a life. So I did have to end up really finding God on my own though. But I still have people in my life that, you know, were there for me, like Christian-wise, so. All right, let's get this working set out of the way. I might have had one more. Not worth the fight, because we're doing 2 sets. We're doing 2 sets, not worth the fight. Oh my goodness. They say I don't train hard too. That's crazy. And I got a long way to travel with squats too. No, I cannot get my butt to my heels, by the way. No, I cannot. I'm squatting as deep as I can, literally have full knee flexion. Number 1 tip for young men, do your best to avoid lust, bro. I know it's hard, but what can help? What can help, guys, dude? Cut off the things that can lead to lust, right? So if your Explore page, For You page, is full of women and all the girls in the gym with their butts turned to the camera, just put not interested, keep scrolling. The less you see of it, the easier it'll be. So my best advice for young men is try to avoid lust. I mean, I've been there too, bro. Been there too. It's not a great thing. So, just not interested. And if you got any of them folders, if you got them folders of them, delete them. Delete them. Cut off all the things that can lead to it. So that goes with any sins that you have issues with. Cut it off. Anything that can lead to it, cut it off. So, if you got friends that talk about all that stuff, don't be a part of those conversations. So, that'll be my best advice for the young men. Do your best to avoid lust. If I can give another tip, find a purpose. Find a way to be a blessing, you know? You have to do something in life, dude. You have to do something in life. So, like I said, it's going to get to a point where you're going to have to provide for a family. You don't want to be the man that can't provide for his family. Find a way. Find a way to get it done. Heck, even if you got to join the military, might be a last option, but you got to do something. You got to do something. How big is the jump in stimulus if I hit a muscle first in my sessions compared to second and third? I mean, I kind of went over that in the beginning, bro. Worrying about stuff that's not that deep. Not that deep. If you know how to control volume properly, if you're doing reps in reserve properly, if your carbohydrates are good, everything is good, nothing to worry about, bro. Nothing to worry about, because you can still progress. You can still progress an exercise at the end of your session. You just track that exercise that's at the end repeatedly. Y'all will be fine, bro. Y'all gotta stop worrying about that stuff.
especially if y'all are newer in the gym. Most important skincare products. I literally posted the skincare thing. What are we on about? I literally posted it. Would you have a debate with Mike Israetel? Absolutely not. And matter of fact, I don't want to be in any kind of debates. I don't care who it is. I don't want to be in any debates. I'm good on debates, bro. Majority of the time, they don't get nowhere. It's no point. I can do other things in my life than worry about debating someone. So, nah. I'm gonna do this last working set, and I'll try to yap a little bit more for y'all to answer more Q&As, and we'll call it a day. All right. I might be good enough to stay at this weight for the second set, so that'll be a first. I usually have to take the 25 off for the second set, but I feel good. We might be able to get 4 or 5 again. Like I said, because that first set I left one in the tank, so it'll be rough though. All right. Okay. Cool. So we still got 4. That's rough. But at least it's only 4, 5 reps, dude. All right. I'm gonna do a few more Q&As. Whew, and we're gonna call it. So I do want to point out, y'all watch me do the same load on my squats. Like I said, that first set was like 1 reserve, possibly 2, if I really, really pushed it. So managed to stay at the same load, even though it wasn't 5 reps, it was 4. Could that have been failure? Possibly. But again, for that one, for sure, at best, it would only been 1 rep. So that's why y'all don't gotta be so fixated on, failure, reps in reserve. Like if you know what failure feels like, then a lot of the stuff wouldn't be that hard. And if you know where failure is at for majority of your stuff, then leaving the 1 in the tank and stuff, you're fine. So only time I'll say it's an issue is if you've never trained a failure before and have a hard time gauging that stuff. Okay, so let me go over a few of these questions before I head out because I have a meeting in a bit. So, full body A, B, 3 times a week. Cons, don't care. I'm not answering split stuff. Not answering it. You have 2 options. You can join a training group. Well, you can hire me as well as a one-on-one coach, but I guess third would be watch the content. Watch my content. But I'm not going over stuff y'all can do with y'all split, dude. I post way too much for you guys, and then I have training groups that you guys can join. It's $1 a day. It's $1 a day. So no, I'm not answering split stuff. Does it not get exhausting having to answer these dumb A questions, Unk? I just don't entertain them, dude. So no, I'm not exhausted, but I do get tired of seeing them. But I don't entertain majority of them. So how are you improving with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? I'm currently not doing it because I was about to join a men's baseball league, but yeah, I might have signed up a little too late for this particular season for it. So, but I'd stopped doing the Jiu-Jitsu so I'd be able to do the men's baseball league. And then I just haven't signed back up for the Jiu-Jitsu because I'm kind of lazy right now. So that's all that is. How much does the coaching cost? Link is in my bio. Link is in the bio. You can go look and see. If y'all were serious, y'all would see the link in my bio. Can you explain what nuance means in the science-based lifting community? Google nuance. Google nuance. Why do you hate India? Next question. Should we just prioritize carbs before training? I kind of went over that. Any healthy supplements you say is worthwhile, like taking fish oil? Tudka. And then turmeric and K2. Okay, so supplement-wise, supplements are supplements. So you can say it's like for stuff that you might be missing out on, right? So if you're someone that eats, a good amount of fish, that's pretty healthy with the omegas and stuff, you probably wouldn't have to worry about a supplement. But if you're not, cool, it's cool to have. So like the vitamin D, I don't take vitamin D. I'm also not vitamin D deficient. It wouldn't hurt to take it, but I'm not vitamin D deficient. If you get labs done, you will know what you're deficient in and what would make sense to supplement. Other than that, you don't have to spend money and waste money on a bunch of supplements that you don't need. So that's what I'll say with supplements. You can get you a lab done, see what could be worth it for you, and then go from there. That would be my best advice for that. Why do you recommend the bar being close to touching the shins during stiff leg deadlifts? Because mine is a bit further. Why would you want to have the bar so far away from you that you lose balance? If you're in a comfortable spot, that's fine. And I also said it doesn't have to completely ride your shins, but be relatively close. I think you guys don't read everything that I say. I don't read everything, dude. Is gooning metabolic? Like, these are the weird stuff that I be talking about, bro. Like, you'll just get blocked. Why are you typing this to a grown man? Let me tell y'all something. I'm a grown man. Bro, stop coming to me with that corny gooning stuff and all that sexual stuff to me, dude. I'm not one of your friends. I'm not one of your friends, dude. Stop talking to me like that. I've blocked plenty of people for that. And then next thing I know, oh, how come you blocked me on Dude, y'all are weird. I'm a grown man. That's weird. Y'all are going to grow up around me, keep that stuff to yourself, or talk to your friends like that. I'm not one of those ones. That's weird. Why would you come in here and type this to me? Heck, I got a DM. Someone was like, hey, daddy, how's my form for one? I'm like, dude, what are we doing right now? What are we doing? I'm a grown man. This is your first impression towards me. You're talking to me like this. What are we doing? Some of you are weird. I'll be the one to tell you you're weird. How much does strengthening the brachioradialis help with grip strength? I don't know. Try it, dude. Try it, bro. Some of the stuff y'all can do and just try and see for yourself. How to strengthen joints and tendons. This will be my last question because I gotta go. Dude, train in range of motions that hurt you and bother you. Isometrics are great, usually at end ranges. So focusing on end ranges can help a lot with a lot of this stuff. Like when I had the issue with the back of my knee, when I kind of tore something racing Joel and Michael. Dude, I just worked on the isometrics till I got better. Simple. So find the range of motions that bother you and strengthen it. That's as far as I'm going to get into that. Other than that, I mean, hey, I'm back. I'll try to upload each week or every other week maybe, but we'll try. But no, I got nothing else. So y'all be blessed, man. Y'all be blessed. Take care and carry on.